You can see police tape is still left over here near where this happened. Now, investigators are trying to determine who killed a 64-year-old woman. It was at a home here on North Standish Avenue yesterday evening when a family member found 64-year-old Wanda Skanes' body.
She had trauma to her body consistent with signs of homicide.
Detectives are not releasing how she died or how long she had been there, but say she was found inside of the home, and they're looking for neighbors or anyone else who recently had contact with her. We went to several houses on this street. No one would come to the door, but we could see detectives' cards left for each of them. We also did some digging into Skanes' background, but she did not have any major arrests on her record. So investigators say they don't have any sort of motive. Now, detectives are still working to speak with everybody who lives here on this street. Reporting near Northeast 10th and Bryant, Jonathan Cooper, KOCO 5 News. Paul and Jess, back to you.